Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Becky and today I'm here doing a layout that was for a challenge. This initially started out as one of my Make It New Again series layouts, but my original video with the original layout on it didn't download properly or something. I don't know. So I ended up just making this as a standalone layout. Now I was doing a challenge when I started this layout. It was a challenge issued by Christy over at Christy's Beautiful Life in one of the scrapbook parties, and it was New Year, same me. And I can't exactly remember what all the challenge entailed. I do know that I ended up having to use stencils, watercolors, which I used as splatters, and ribbon. I'm not sure what else. This was, more than a day ago, so I'm not going to remember. I did pull out my Felicity Jane stash to do this layout. Now, this is when I was scrapbooking at the breakfast table. Remember, and I made that big old mess in my house. Ridiculous. So I had lugged all the Felicity Jane stuff out there and went ahead and used that. You can see right here what I'm doing is I'm making some layers. The layers are going to have a couple banners and then also this yellow piece right here, which is not going to be cut into a banner. That's just going to like halfway border my photo, the bottom part of the photo. I did mat the photo on a piece of pink paper, and I'll also use that same pink paper as another one of the banner strips down below the photo. I like to do that. If I use a paper to border my photo, I will oftentimes repeat that paper somewhere else on the layout. I'm not sure why I do that, but I do that quite frequently. Now, the photos I'm scrapbooking, of course, this you can tell by the challenge. It was New Year, same me. So it's something about yourself. I still need to write the journaling on here. I'm assuming that, not assuming, I actually know that the journaling is going to be kind of personal, that maybe I don't want to share with all of you, lamb, if you can believe that, right? Because I share everything. But yeah, so I did not write that journaling yet, but I definitely will. I did leave myself a lot of space down at the bottom to do so. So anyways, the photos, do you guys remember when the Mini Kit Monday group, we did the tag for January 2020, the 20 questions for 2020 tag? I played that video on my phone and just took screenshots of it. I don't know if you guys notice this when I do face-to-face occasionally. I don't do it very often. Maybe I shouldn't say this because I might offend somebody. I talk out the side of my mouth when I talk. It's like one part of my mouth moves, like one side moves, and the other is like doesn't. And I often say it's like I had a stroke. Please don't no one get offended for me saying that, but that's what it looks like when I talk because just one side of my mouth moves. Maybe I did have a mini stroke and don't know. Y'all are stressing me out. Could happen. I'm just kidding. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and layer up these pieces right like this. I'm going to go ahead and stick the layered pieces together, and then I'm going to pull out a stencil and go ahead and get to stenciling. Now, on the stenciling work, I did use Close to My Heart inks. You can see I'm sitting over at the right-hand side. I had those out. I think I might have had those out for something else, so I just went ahead and used the same colors. I think it was Ballerina Pink, the toffee, so I have a little bit of brown in there, and also that Glacier ink. Here's the stencil I used. I believe this is a Heidi Swap stencil. I guess I got a good bit of stencils. I probably have 20 stencils or so, but I don't hardly ever use them. Perhaps I should get them out and use them a little more often. Here's where I went ahead and put just a little bit of toffee down, and I'm just going to kind of layer the colors up, and I will end up pulling out a Ballerina Pink. Now, I'm not going to keep all of this stenciling work in here, just a little bit, so you guys kind of get the gist of what I'm doing. I'm just kind of mixing the colors a little bit and randomly laying them out. I really liked this pink on here because I do have quite a bit of pink in the layering papers. You see that big old chunk of pink? To me, when I look at that, I see the pink first. And I don't even know if that's the biggest piece of paper, but that is the one. I definitely see the pink first. Now that light blue, that glacier color I used, nope. Not in any of the papers, but whatever. They were right there. It was right there on my table and served the purpose for the challenge. So I went ahead and I used it. So here I'm going to go ahead and pull out my title, and it is the name of the challenge, which is New Year, Same Me. I'm going to go ahead and put the New Year above the photo, and the Same Me is going to sit on that big pink chunk. I believe these are the Vicky Bouton thickers. They're very interesting. They're black, but they have like white speckles on them, like white splattered paint or something on them. They're really pretty cool. Now with right here, what I did is I just took the sticky off the back of the S because I was seeing if there was enough room on the photos to actually put Same Me on the photo. I don't know why I thought to do that because it's black. It would have blended in with the photo anyways because I'm wearing a black shirt. So that was kind of a silly thing for me to try to do, but whatever. I do take this same yellow paper that I used as a layering piece, and I used my Tim Holtz tag die to go ahead and cut out kind of a partial tag. See, I do this, if I don't, a lot of times, okay, we tuck our tags quite a bit, don't we? I would say most of us tuck our tags quite a bit. If I have a little bit of piece of paper, now in this instant, I didn't have a little bit of piece of paper. I had quite a bit of paper, but if I don't have enough paper to do a whole tag, that's fine because I'm tucking it anyways. I like to do that with scraps too, because you know I love tags. So a lot of times if I have some scraps left, I'll just take some time, especially if it's something, if I want to do something crafty, but I don't have any ideas, I'm lacking mojo, I will take out my scraps and cut some tags, cut some shapes with my die cut machine. But the point was, you don't have to have the whole tag size to cut the tag, because likely you're gonna tuck it anyway. Oh, that was a long rampage. So up there on the tag, I did use one of those rubber bits that were from Felicity Jane. I stapled it on. It says real life, and then I popped up a circle next to it that says not today. Down there under the title, the Same Me, I did put true story because that's where my journaling is going to go. It's going to go down this column of the New Year, Same Me, true story. I'm going to try and keep my journaling right there, so that's just one long column. And then under true story, I did put a label there so that I could go ahead and put a date down. This true story is popped up on some foam tape. Now, I did have several stars that I didn't think I would really use these. They're not my favorite stars, but they were from Felicity Jane as well, so I did put those down around the page. Some of them are popped up, and some of them are flat. Actually, I think only that black one is flat. I also found that little camera piece that I put there at the end of my title because, you know, scrapbooking, there's photos on here, camera. Okay, that works. Now, that black ribbon that I put through the tag, that is black ribbon that Gina at Felicity Jane wraps. Well, maybe she doesn't. Her staff probably does. Wraps up her kits with. So I do from time to time keep that. I don't always keep that. Well, I don't keep it anymore because I don't get the kits anymore. But when I got the kits, I didn't always keep the ribbon because I have so much of it. But yeah, I like to use that from time to time. I did pull out these My Mind's eye brads and put 3 of those down around the page. I only had 3 black ones left in the pack, so that's all I used. And then I took out my Karataki watercolors, and I'm going to splatter around quite a bit of black. Now, I said this in one of my previous videos when I did this. I kind of dug into the watercolor pan a little bit, and so my splatters, they're really cool. If you run your fingers over them, or if you even see them in person, they're raised. It's very neat look. It's the same thing that those Rachel Beth watercolors do. All right, guys, so that is all I'm going to do. I want to thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you next time. Bye, guys.